Families in Rutland are raising money and awareness about an incurable disease.
Susie Steimle introduces us to a little girl who's fighting to find a cure.
When I grow up, I'm going to be a singer.
5-year-old Brooklyn Kimball isn't afraid to tell you about her big dreams.
Sometimes I do this.
And they change by the minute.
You know what? When I want to get married with my dad.
Her mother's dreams are a little more simplistic. She wants to see Brooklyn healthy.
We were very fortunate that she's responded to treatment and that she's up and running and doing everything now.
I'll show you something else.
Brooklyn's a very different girl today than she was at this time last year.
She couldn't sit up, she couldn't roll over. She stopped sneaking into my bed at night because she couldn't get out of bed by herself.
Brooklyn is living with a rare and incurable disease called juvenile dermatomyositis, which affects 1 to 3 children in a million every year.
I've always told her she's 1 in a million, but this isn't the kind of 1 in a million I wanted her to be.
The disease is characterized by extreme muscle weakness caused by chronic inflammation. Many children often present with a rash, but these ambiguous symptoms make it difficult to identify.
Brooklyn's primary pediatrician had never even heard of her condition, so the Kimballs had no choice but to head north to Fletcher Allen, hoping to find someone who could help them.
Unfortunately, with diseases that are very uncommon, sometimes the research is not as aggressive to look for a cure.
Abramson, Brooklyn's doctor, is the only pediatric rheumatologist at the Vermont Children's Hospital. She says it's important to have families who can empathize with these rare diagnoses.
I just would love for him to be able to do the things that every parent wants their child to do: run, play, not be afraid to be out in the sun.
Duval's son also suffers from JDM.
It's been nice for her to have that connection with another kid dealing with what she's dealing, but it's been a lifesaver for me to have that mom to really understand, what I'm feeling.
On Sunday, the Kimballs and Duvals gathered with the Rutland community to host the first annual Zumba to cure JDM.
It's my big fundraiser. You can help.
Both mothers say they're focusing on the positive, but can't ignore their common fear.
At any time, it could come back and we start all over again.
But for now, Brooklyn is doing just fine, dancing, dreaming, and no longer debilitated by a disease.
Guess that's everything.
Susie Steimle, Channel 3 News, Rutland.
Just adorable. And Brooklyn reached her goal on Sunday, raising $1,000. All of that money is going to go to research to find a cure.
That's great.
Cuteness is literally pouring out of the television.
Oh, super cute.
No doubt about that.